In this video we're going to be creating our squeeze page and setting up our autoresponder. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the software we need to create our squeeze page. We'll be using a WYSIWYG HTML editor. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. In this video we'll show you how to set up the web page or the squeeze page as it is, how to add your content, some graphics, how to set up your autoresponder, how to create the web form, which is the opt-in form that your visitors put their details into to go onto your list, and how to take that web form and add it to the squeeze page. Then we're also going to look at setting up our download links and our download pages. Now, before we get on to actually creating the squeeze page, I want to quickly talk about keeping your folders organized. What I do is when I rebrand a PLR product, I create a projects folder like this one here, and the way I set it up is all the graphics I create, such as the mini site template, the header, footer and content graphics that we created in the previous videos, the box graphics, all of that I add to an images folder. So I've got my project folder, which is the name of my rebranded product. Within that is an images folder, because when I create my web pages I need to be able to tell the HTML editor where to get the graphics from, and it needs to remain consistent. It needs to be all in the same place, so that is an images folder. And then I also have my free report and my videos that I rebranded as well. The videos I zip up in a zip file because it makes the file size slightly smaller and makes it easier to upload and download as well. So that's how I organise my projects folder, and the web pages we'll be creating will be saved here, much like this one, and it's the contents of this folder that will actually get uploaded to your server. And I'll show you how to do that in one of the following videos. So I just wanted to quickly talk about how to organise, as say, your project folder so that all your images are contained within the one folder, and the rest of your elements like your HTML pages and your actual product are also contained in the folder, so it makes it easier for uploading, and everything then is in the same place. Okay, so with that said, we'll now get back to actually creating our squeeze page. Now for this we need an HTML editor, as I say. Before we do that, I just want to quickly show you as well the squeeze page we'll be creating. So this is it here. So if you remember, this is the graphics we created in a previous video. This was a mini site design that we created. So this is the squeeze page we're actually going to be creating in this video. So it's a nice simple video squeeze page with a header, a video here, our opt-in form with our graphic and a call to action, and our bullet points here as well. So this is what we'll end up with once we've gone through this particular video. So as I say, in order to get this, or rather create this, we need an HTML editor. So if you go to Google, and in Google put in a search for Composer, that's Composer with a K and a Z. So it's composer.net, click on that, and if you just click the download Composer button here, and then install the software in exactly the same way as you normally would. Okay, so if we load up Composer here, so here we are in Composer. Now as I say, Composer is a WYSIWYG editor. WYSIWYG stands for what you see is what you get. So what we'll do is create the web page graphically, essentially, using this window here, and the actual program will do all the HTML coding for us, which is why these programs are so good, because you don't actually need to know a lot about HTML programming or HTML code. So you see here, when you've opened up Composer, you've got 4 tabs here: the normal view, which is this one here, HTML tag view, the source view, which is your source code, and the preview, which gives a preview of the web page and what it will look like when you upload it to the internet. Okay, so what we do is we select the normal tab, and what we'll do now is we will start creating our web page. So in order to do that, what you need to do is click Insert, Table, and we want Precisely, and we want it one row by 1 column, and we'll set the width to 1100 pixels, border 0, and we want cell spacing 0 and cell padding 0. Now the reason we set it to 1100 pixels is we want it slightly wider than the image that we created. If you remember, the mini site template and graphic was 1000 pixels wide, so we want it slightly wider, so 1100 pixels should do it. Cell spacing and cell padding 0, and then click OK. And then if we double click into the table and table alignment center, click OK. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to actually add that header. So if we click into image, select the folder, make sure you're in your project folder, click on images, and let's select the header and click open, select don't use alternate text and click OK, and that puts the header image right there and make sure that's centered within the table. Then the next thing to do is to input our footer, and what I do is click out of the table, click image, the folder icon, thumbnails, footer, click open, don't use alternate text, click OK, and then center that as well. So you can see here that's centered that and aligned it with the header. The next thing we want to do is add our content area. Now, the thing about the content area is we can't just add it as a graphic, because then it won't move with the page. As we add content, we won't be able to add content over it. So what we need to do is add it as a background to this table that we've created. So the way to do that is by using this button up here, which is the CSS editor button. But before we can use that, we need to actually save our web page. So click File, Save As, give it a name Index, because it's the first page that we want people to see when they land on our site. Click OK, make sure it's saving in the full project folder and as an HTML file, and click Save. Okay, so then what we want to do is click CSS button up here, click Internal Style Sheet, select Style Apply to all elements of my class, and we'll call this Content. Click Create Style Rule, and then select the style rule we've just created, click Background, choose File, and this is where we select our content, which is that one there, and then we want to center that, and then where it says tile horizontally and vertically, we want that to tile vertically, so it's up and down, and we want image scrolls with the page, click OK. And now if we double click into the table, it should highlight the table like that, and then in this box here select content, and you can see here it's now applied that content area exactly as we want it. So we can just save that now. So we can see we've now got our mini site starting to take shape. So the next thing we want to do is we now want to get rid of this white colour in the background. So what we do is we select Format, Page Colours and Background, use Custom Colours, select the background option, select black, click OK and click OK. So now it's created our black background and merged that with the background of our mini site. So we're now starting to take shape quite well. That's good. So we'll just save that like that. So now what we have essentially is our mini site template. The last thing we just want to do is we want to obviously be able to add our content in the middle here, and if we were just to add it as is like that, that's fine, but if we kept adding text, see it going along here, what it will do is it will actually go out with the boundaries of the mini site, which of course we don't want. So we need to just constrain that, and the way to do that is by creating another table inside this table here. So what we do is we click on Insert Table, select precisely again one row by one column, and this time If this content area here, if you remember when we were creating the mini site, the white box was about, I think it was about 800 pixels wide. So we'll make this slightly smaller, make this 700 and say 89 pixels. And again, cell spacing 0, cell padding 0, click OK, and then double click into that and select table, table alignment center, click apply and click OK. That's not too bad. I think what we'll do is shorten the table down just slightly. So if we go right click, table cell properties, select table, and we'll make this 785 pixels and apply that. There we go, that's good. Quite happy with that. And we'll just move that up so the table starts there. Okay, and if I click save, now we have our mini site template ready to go for content to be added. Now, this is going to be the mini site, this is going to be the template we use for all of our web pages in our marketing funnel. So it'll be the same template we use for our squeeze page, it'll be the same template we use for our sales page, our download pages, our legal pages, all of it will be exactly the same header, footer and content area. So rather than go through the process of having to set up the web page every single time I'm creating each of the individual pages, what I like to do is just save them off of the one template straight away before I add any content. And it's very simple to do that. Just click File, Save As, and save it as the name of the page that we're creating. Before we do that though, I just wanted to point out one thing. If you notice, if I hover over this image here, you can see a box pops up with that tells us the file to the path to the image, and at the moment that's pointing to the C drive, which is where my images are. Now when we upload that to the internet, obviously they won't be able to, the website page won't be able to locate the image if it's still pointing to my computer. So the way to fix that is if we double click on the image, and underneath the path here you've got this tab which says URL is relative to page location. Click that, and now it takes it to images slash and the image name there, which is what we want, and click OK. And if we do that for the footer as well, and click OK, and then if we double check our CSS, click background, it's already got that there, so that's fine. So just save that, and now we are ready to save all the other pages. So obviously we've now saved our index page. What I do is I normally write out all the different pages that I want in my marketing funnel. So if you see here, we've got the index page as the squeeze page, so this is a landing page. I'll need a thank you page for when people opt in, a page so that they can download their free report, a page for the sales page, which I'll be calling special offer, an affiliate page, privacy policy, terms, disclaimer, and a download page as well for the main product, for the video product. So what I do is I write everything out like this, with the domain name slash and then the name of the page. So all you need to do then is just, as I say, go File, Save As, and in this section here, if we go to this, and if we take the next one, we just select this here, which is sign up dash thank you, and copy that. We don't need the URL there or the .html there after it, we just need the actual name there. And if I click paste and click save, that's now saved that that web page, and I can do the same for all the rest of them. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video and do that so all my web pages are set up, and then I don't need to set up the template again each and every time. So now that I have saved all those web pages, if I just click into the folder, you can see them all here. Now these are all blank, they're all the same, exact same template, exactly the same as that, all ready to have content added to them. So, and now that I've saved the last one, which was my download page, I just close that tab, and then click New Tab, and open up the index page just to make sure I'm working with the squeeze page. So as I say, this is what we're looking to create. This is our squeeze page. So in order to achieve that, what you need to do is click into the table here, and we want to create a new table within that. So again, go insert table, select precisely. Now in this instance, what we want is 4 rows, and we actually want 5 columns, and the width of the table we want slightly smaller than this, so we'll do 785 pixels, border 0, cell spacing, we'll do 1, cell padding 1. Click OK. Oh, that's added too many. Go to table properties. Oh no, it's done 4 rows instead of 2 rows. Click apply. Cells, that's okay. There we go. Sorry, I've made a mess of that. It's 4 rows and 2 columns we want. Click apply. There we go, that's better, that's what we wanted. Okay, so now we've got our 2 columns and 5 rows, which is the way it should have been. We can now start setting up our squeeze page. So, the way to do that is this top row here, we actually want to make one continuous cell. So what we do is highlight both cells like that, right click and select join selected cells, and that creates one cell like that. And then this is where we're actually going to add our header here. Now what I've done in this instance is I've actually created the header using eCoverGo, which is where we created our eCover graphics. They have a service where you can create headers there as well. Obviously you don't have to do that. I mean, you can just create your header, write your text or what have you, and justify it. But if you want to create a header, all you need to do is go to eCoverGo. So I'll go there just now. So here we are at eCoverGo. As I say, this is where we created our eCover graphics, but they also have other things that you can create here as well, and one of them is obviously the headlines. So if we select the headline generator button down here, and this will let you create graphical headlines. So this is it here. You can see you've got an example of a headline here that you can edit. You can highlight text, you can delete the text, add in the own whatever text you want, and there are several styles. There's 6 styles you can choose from. You can select them like that, pick the one that you like, and then you can add various elements to it. So you can click highlight and you can create highlights, underlines, circles, arrows, and extra sort of doodles as well. So as I say, I created my headline using this one here, and I put a highlight and an underline in it. And then once you've created your headline, you're happy with it, just click Save Graphic as JPEG and save it to the folder that you are using for your images folder for the project. So if we go back to our web page, I can now insert the graphic, and the way to do that is making sure that I'm in the place where I want to put the image. Click on Image, click on the folder icon, and select the image that we want to use. So that's the headline there. Click Open, select Don't Use Alternate Text, click OK, and then make sure that's centered like that. That's perfect. And now we have our headline in place. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add our video in this section here, and we're going to have in this cell here, we're going to have our call to action, our image, and our opt-in form as well. So what I like to do is I like to, if you see here, I've actually coloured the area where we've got our headline and our graphic and our opt-in form. So if we click on that cell here, actually before I do that, I need to join up these two cells here, because this is where the video is going to go and this is where the bullet points are going to go. So what we need to do is we need to join these two cells. So highlight them and click join selected cells. That's fine. And then right click, table cell properties, make sure we've got the cell selected, background colour, and I went with this light grey. Click OK and click apply. Okay, then what we want to do is we want to add our video to this section here. So what I've done is I went to YouTube and I found a video that was related obviously to the topic of the free report. It was all about advertising with QR codes and the benefits of that. So once you've got the video, you either find the video or obviously create one yourself, and then you can upload it to YouTube. The next thing you need to do is get the embed code. So you get the embed code from this section here. Select embed, and what I've done is select use old embed code, because if you don't select that, then you'll be presented with the iframe, and Composer isn't that great with iframes, so I prefer to use the old embed code. And then select the size of the video that you want. I've gone with the 480 by 360, and then all we do is just highlight the code, copy it, go back to Composer, and then making sure we're in the right cell, click insert HTML, and then paste that in and click insert, and you can see there it's put the video in place. Then if we just click into the cell beside it and just space it along so you can see it, and then we'll just start typing our call to action. So what was it I put? So sign, actually doing for instant access. Okay, and then if I just highlight that and make sure it's centered, and then return that down just so it moves up to where we want it, and then we'll just highlight it, bold it, and then make it red. Okay, and then the next thing we want to do is we want to add our image. So if we click on image, select the location. So the image that I want to use is this one here. Now the image size is a bit too big for this section here, so what we need to do is we actually need to shorten that down. So click on dimensions, custom size, and it's down there as 271. What we'll do is we'll do it 250, click OK, and select don't use alternate text, and there we go, let's put it in. Okay, just move that down slightly. Okay, right, so now we have our call to action, our graphic. The next thing we want to do is add in our opt-in code into there. So what we want to do is we want to create another table, because the opt-in code, the opt-in box that we're using is only about 230 pixels wide, as you can see here, and this box is slightly larger. So if we, when we're in the box here, if we click insert table and precisely, and we'll do 230 pixels, and it's just one column, and one row, no cell spacing, no cell padding, and click OK, and then we just double click into that and align that center. Click OK. There we go. And that's where we're going to put our autoresponder code. Okay, so the next thing to do is obviously to go and actually get our autoresponder opt-in form. Now we get that from our autoresponder. There are several that you can choose from. Aweber and GetResponse being two of the best. For this example, we'll be using GetResponse as they offer a free trial. So if you're not too sure and you want to try it before you actually start investing any money, then you can use GetResponse. So what we'll do is we'll go there and we'll sign up for our free trial, and then I'll take you through the process of creating your web form. So here we are at GetResponse. It's getresponse.com, and you'll have the options here to buy or try the free trial, which says 30-day free trial. So if you click on that, you can then fill in your details, create a login name, password, give your name, phone number and email address, and then click create account and verify it. Verify the email you receive. You will then be set up with a free autoresponder account that you can then try for the next 30 days before deciding whether or not you want to proceed with it. Aweber do something similar, only they do, instead of a free trial, they do a $1 trial for the first month, I think it is, or certainly it was last time I checked, which is similar, as I say, to this. So if you prefer Aweber, then by all means you can try that. The process is very similar, but for this video, as I say, we will be using GetResponse. So create your free account and then log in. So once you've logged in, you'll have this thing here telling you how long you've got left in your free trial before you need to upgrade to keep being able to use the service. So what we want to do is we want to set up our campaign, and the way to do that is, if you see here, you've got your current campaign. To set up a new one, all you do is click down this box here and click create new campaign, and give it a name here. So we'll go okay, and then click create new campaign. Once you've created your campaign, the next thing you want to do is edit the settings. So the first lot of settings are absolutely fine. The settings we need to alter are the opt-in settings. So click the opt-in tab. And what we want to do is, you see here it's got enable confirmed opt-in. This is what's known as a double opt-in. So what normally happens is somebody signs up to your list, they then get an email sent to them, which they then need to click on in order for them to be added to your list. Now, a lot of people are quite happy to do that, but there's a lot of marketers as well that don't like that, and you can actually disable the confirmed double opt-in, and that's what we'll be doing in this case. Because what it means is, if you disable it and you just have a single opt-in, as soon as somebody fills in the form and clicks submit, they're automatically added to your list. You don't need to wait for them to confirm. Which means that you build your list slightly faster, because there's always a chance that the person then forgets to confirm and then their name never gets added to your list. So I always prefer to disable the confirmed opt-in and go with a single opt-in. So just deselect those options, and then don't worry about the confirmation template because we don't need that, and then click save. settings. Okay, so now that we've saved those settings and we've changed our opt-in settings for our new campaign, the next thing we want to do is create our web form. So what we do is go to Web Forms, create new, and you can see here this is where we customize the design of our web form. So there's lots of different templates that you can choose from, with lots of different categories. If we just stick to the first one here, click on that, you can see that we have different color options here. So what we'll do is we'll just go with this one here, click apply. Then what we want to do is customize this form. Now what I normally do is I normally take away the header, take away the footer, take away the powered by, and keep in the we respect your privacy, sign up button, the name and the email. That's all fine. So once you've done that, click next step. And if you want to, you can give the web form a custom name, and we'll just save it as a default name for just now. Then if we check here that the confirmed opt-in is off, which is what we want, and then we want to change the default thank you page. So we don't want to use a default. What we'll do is we'll use our own custom thank you page. So click on that, and we need to give it a URL to direct people who have signed up to our custom thank you page. So if you remember before that I filled out all these different URLs that we'll be using, the second one here is our thank you page. So it's the URL slash signup-thankyou.html. So if I just copy that and then paste that in here, remembering that I'll put in the www dot and then click save, and then click next step. Okay, and now what we're ready to do is get the code and paste that into our squeeze page. So what we do next is click I will install my web form, select that, click show HTML code, and then what we do is just highlight the code, copy it, go to our web page, our index file, click in our table we created there, click insert HTML, paste that in and click insert. Then if we scroll down we can see here that the web form has now been inserted exactly as we want it. So if we go to preview, we can see we have our call to action, our image and our web form, and we've got our video here as well. Go back to normal. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to add in our bullet points. So what we do here is if I open up that there, I've got my bullet points already written out. So I just copy and paste, and then if I just highlight those and then make them bullet points. Then adjust all the alignments. There we go. And click save. So we can see here now that we've got our squeeze page with our headline, our call to action, our image, our opt-in form, our video, and the bullet points, which are the benefits obviously of the free report. And then if we click save, and then we will preview this in our browser. So here we are in our projects folder, and this is the index web page we just created, which is our squeeze page. So if we double click on that, we can see here that the squeeze page we just created pops up. So we've got our headline, we've got our video, we've got our call to action, our image, we've got our bullet points, and we've got our opt-in form as well. So our squeeze page is done and ready to go. Okay, so now that we've created our squeeze page, the next thing we want to do is we want to create our thank you page, our download page as well, and set up our autoresponder. So actually set up a series of autoresponder messages and the content that we need to add to it as well. And we will open up our thank you, which is this one here, and this is very, very simple. All we wanted to say is thank you for signing up. Please check your emails for your download link. For your download link to gain to your free report. Okay. And then we'll just justify that and make it look nice. So center that. Then we'll underline that as well. And then we'll center that. Download gain access to your free report. And then please to check your spam folder and add our email to Okay, so just a little note, just check spam folder and add our email to a whitelist if your download link does not appear in your inbox. So that's fine. Again, we'll just quickly format that, like that, and then put to your success. And then obviously your name in there, and then that is literally all we need. And we'll click save on that. So again, if we open up a new tab, open, and free report download, click open, and then thank you. Thank you. Your free report can be downloaded from the link below. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just quickly organise that. Into that. Okay, and then this is where you would put the download link. So local mobile mayhem free report. And then what you do is you would obviously link it to the actual free report. So we click link, and then we'll go all files, and there it is there. And click open, and click OK. So when they come here, they can click on this link and they'll get instant access to the free report. Now obviously as well, in this thank you page we also want to promote our sales page as well. So I'll just save that there. So we want to put a bit of blurb and an offer for our sales page. So now what we do is we put a sort of call to action here to see if we can drive some of the traffic that are downloading our free report to our sales page. So what we do is we put something like, I've just got this here. As a special thank you for downloading our free report, we would like to offer you a fantastic 75% discount off of our 7-part video course, which will show you, I'll just do that, which will show you how to take your local mobile marketing to the next level. Okay, so what we'll do is we will justify that again. There we go, and we'll make that red. Okay. And then what we'll do is we'll insert our product image as well. So if we put this one in, which shows a box image, and then we'll put something like click here for more information. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. What we'll do is we will link the image and the text there as well to our sales page. And then what we'll do as well is just here at the bottom, again we'll just put a to your success, and then your name as well. So to link the image, do is just click on the image, click link, again folder, and again click on special offer, and click OK. and the same here, link, and special offer. Okay, there we go. So this is to try and capture as many people that are coming through to our download link, to try and entice them to take a look at our sales page and our offer as well. So there will be a certain percentage of people that will look at the offer and may take it up, but traditionally when you're building a list, it can take up to sort of 7 times of showing an offer before you get people to trust you enough to then click on the link and the product. So don't expect like everyone to click on the link and go and download the product. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to build up a list and build up a relationship with your subscribers. But obviously, you want to capture those people who are already in a sort of buying frame of mind and like a bargain, as it were, and try and entice them into purchasing your product. So that's how we set up our thank you page. So the next thing to do is to save all of that, and then just start setting up our autoresponder series, because also we've created a web form, but now we need to actually create the autoresponder that will go along with this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our autoresponder messages, and it's these messages that are going to start building the relationship between you and your subscriber. And what you do is you use them as a way of imparting relevant, useful information to your subscriber, and also you can then drip feed in some links to your own products or affiliate products as time goes on. Once you've built up that relationship, and it's not just there for you just constantly sell to. I mean, a lot of marketers, as soon as they've got the name on the list, they literally start bombarding their subscribers with special offers rather than imparting useful information along with it. But in this example, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to provide useful information and also have your links there to try and drive traffic to your offers as well, so that you're building that relationship and gaining the trust of your subscribers. So the way to set up our autoresponders, if you make sure you're in your current campaign that you want to use, go to messages and click create follow-up. Okay, and you've got two options. You've got HTML and you've got plain text. Now what I do is I click on HTML, but rather than use like the fancy HTML backgrounds, all I do is start with a blank template. The reason being it allows you to create hyperlinks with your text. Okay, so what you want to do, this up here, the send, and that's the number of days after the person signs up. Now obviously the person has signed up and we need to provide them with a download link. So the first thing you do is set that to 0, okay, and then you provide a subject, so it would be like your a free local mobile report download, something like that. Something that just tells the your subscriber what it is that the message is about, and then all we do for this one, let's see. I've just got one here that I put together. You put your message in here. Okay, and here is the message. So it's just a hi, Alan here from localmobilemayhem.com. Just wanted to say a quick thank you for signing up for our special report. You'll find the special report has a lot of powerful content that has the potential to make a big impact on your local marketing methods and your business. You can download your free report here. This is where we put our download link. So if we just click that, and we put our link in there. So if we just get our link here, and insert it, and you see that that's hyperlinked to text, and that will take them straight through to their free report as well, the download page for the free report. So that's literally all you need for the first message. I say that's sent straight away after you have set up your autoresponder. After you set up the squeeze page and somebody signs up, they'll automatically get this email message straight away. So then all you do is click save message. And that creates a message, and you can see here that it's set for day 0, so that will go through to them straight away as soon as they sign up. So then what you can do is you can start creating a series of autoresponder messages. Now, as I said before, the great thing with this is you can actually use PLR material. And because you're not using it as web content, you don't really need to change it that much. All you need to do is take it, you can edit out things you don't want in it, and you can actually use that as content. So for example, if we were to set up another message, so create another follow-up, and again choose HTML format, start with a blank template, and this time we'll send it, we'll do this one day after sign up. And then if we just open up our second message, and again all I've done is personalise it at the start and put as part of my commitment to providing the most up-to-date information for my subscribers, I wanted to share this great article on branding your QR codes. I hope you find it useful. So now we just paste that in like this. Okay, and then at the bottom I've also put in a bit about the special offer for the 7-part video course, and again just highlight that and then link that to, we just link that to our sales page, which is this one here. Okay, and that's our link to our sales page. We've got our article in here to help build a relationship with our subscribers, and we've personalised that here, and we can also put a link here as well. We can link that and again take that through to the special offer as well and insert that. Okay, and then all you need to do is, again, using PLL articles, you can set up a series of autoresponder messages and separate them for as long as you want to do. Obviously, remember putting a captivating subject line in here to get your subscriber to open up the message as well. And as I say, all you do is click save. Oh, I need to put a subject in. So we'll put our subject in here. Brand your QR codes. Okay, and then we just save that. Okay, so now we've got our first autoresponder that goes straight away, and then the next one that goes the next day, and then we just set up a series of messages to go over however long you want. You know, we set it up for every couple of days, every 3 days, and just build that relationship with your subscribers. And I say the great thing is you don't have to even write the content yourself. You can use PLR articles on the same topic and feed them into your autoresponder to build that relationship. Your subscriber gets the information that they're looking for, they build up trust in you and your product and your content, and are more likely then to purchase from you as they build that trust and as you go along the process. So that's it for this. And also, what I meant to mention as well was this is all obviously on complete autopilot. So regardless of how many people sign up to download the free report, they'll all be taken through the same process. They'll get the first message straight away, the next message next day, and so on and so forth until your series of messages are complete, if they even are. You can set up as many messages as you want to in advance and build that process. So once it's set up once, it will continue on autopilot, which is one of the great things about the autoresponder, such as GetResponse, and all the autoresponders allow you to do that as well. So that's us. We've set up our squeeze page, we've set up our thank you page and our download page for our free report, and we've set up our autoresponder series, and I say that was done using PLR material. So that's it for just now, and I'll see you in the next video.